Before incarnating, you accepted the sacred contract to learn and evolve spiritually during this earthly journey. As a conscious soul, you made a pact with the universe and with your own divine essence to embark on a journey of growth, learning, and transformation. This sacred contract is the basis of your existence and defines your mission in this life. I am James. My own search for meaning and purpose began when I felt lost, yearning for a deeper connection with life. On that journey, I learned that there is immense value in sharing experiences and learning from others. Now, I'm here to invite you to join this spiritual adventure. If there's an inner voice telling you that there's more to life than the daily grind, join me and subscribe to our channel. I, as a spiritual mentor, also made this commitment before I incarnated. I remember significant moments when I was tested and challenged, and how these experiences shaped who I am today. Believe me, every obstacle and every achievement is part of a bigger plan designed for your spiritual development. Imagine that you are in a cosmic classroom, where every situation and every person who comes into your life has a specific purpose. Perhaps you've already felt that strong intuition that something bigger is at play, or that sense of déjà vu when you meet someone for the first time. This is no coincidence. It's the manifestation of your sacred contract unfolding. In the Bible, in Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5, God says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I chose you. Before you were born, I set you apart." This passage reminds us that our journey began long before our physical birth. We were chosen and prepared to fulfill a specific purpose, and that preparation included accepting our sacred contract. I encourage you to reflect on moments in your life when you have felt challenged or inspired to change. These are important milestones in your spiritual journey. Sharing these experiences with others can be a powerful form of mutual learning and growth. Talking about the challenges and how you overcame them can not only heal yourself, but also inspire those around you. A personal example. There was a time in my life when I faced a great loss. At the time, the pain seemed unbearable, but looking back, I see how crucial that experience was for my spiritual growth. It was during this period that I developed a deeper understanding of compassion, resilience, and the transience of life. Every tear shed was, in fact, a step towards greater wisdom and inner peace. I encourage you to do the same. Reflect on your moments of pain and joy, and see how they have contributed to your growth. Remember that you are not alone on this journey. We are all interconnected, and sharing our stories can create a network of support and inspiration. The sacred contract you accepted before incarnating is not a burden, but a blessing. It is a promise that you have the capacity to learn, evolve, and transform. Each experience is an opportunity to grow spiritually and get closer to the divine. So trust the process. Honor your sacred contract by living each day with intention and gratitude. Believe that you have the strength and wisdom to overcome any challenge, and that every step you take is a step towards your divine purpose. May light and love always guide your path, and may you find peace and fulfillment on your spiritual journey. The contract to face challenges and overcome obstacles was signed so that you could mature and develop your inner wisdom. Imagine life as a school, where every challenge is a lesson and every obstacle a test. This spiritual contract, accepted before you incarnated, is a deep commitment to your own growth and evolution. When facing difficulties, it's common to ask yourself, "Why me?" or "What did I do to deserve this?" However, you need to understand that these challenges are opportunities in disguise. They are not punishments, but gifts that life offers you so that you can learn, grow, and eventually flourish. As it says in James chapter 1, verse 2. My brothers, consider it a source of great joy that you are going through various trials. This verse reminds us that trials are opportunities to strengthen our faith and resilience. Facing life's difficulties with a learning perspective is essential. Every obstacle you face has the potential to reveal an untapped part of yourself, your inner strength, and your capacity for resilience. When you overcome a challenge, you not only prove to yourself that you are capable, but you also develop a wisdom that is invaluable. It is through adversity that you discover the depth of your courage, the breadth of your patience, and the strength of your spirit. What's more, challenges have the power to bring people together. Difficulties often lead us to seek help, and it is in this process of vulnerability and openness that we find support and build deeper bonds with others. Solidarity and empathy flourish in times of difficulty, reinforcing the idea that we are not alone on this journey. In Romans chapter 5, verses 3-4, we read, "And not only that, but we also glory in tribulations, knowing that tribulation produces perseverance, perseverance, experience, and experience, hope." Every challenge faced and overcome strengthens our hope and faith in the future. Accepting the spiritual contract also implies a proactive attitude. Instead of running away from problems or victimizing ourselves, we need to face them head-on, with courage and determination. This doesn't mean it will be easy, but every step taken towards overcoming them is a step towards spiritual maturity. It is through conscious action and reflection that inner wisdom is built. Always remember that you are not alone on this journey. Spirit guides, angels, and the universe itself are constantly by your side, offering signs and support. Meditation, prayer, and introspection are powerful tools that can help you find clarity and strength to face challenges. In Philippians chapter 4, verse 13 it says, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." This passage reminds us that divine strength is always within our reach, ready to support us at all times. 1. The promise to love and be loved, to care and be cared for, is one of the most sacred contracts you made before you were born. Love and care are the primordial forces that sustain life. When you made this promise, you committed yourself to opening your heart to others and allowing others to open their hearts to you. This exchange is vital for spiritual growth. As it is written in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 13, "Now faith, hope, and love abide, these three, but the greatest of these is love." Love is the energy that connects all souls and allows us to experience true unity with the divine. Caring for someone is not just limited to the physical acts of assistance and support, but also involves an emotional and spiritual presence. When you commit to caring for someone, you are actually showing that you recognize and honor the divinity in the other. The act of caring is a reflection of the divine care we continually receive from the universe. In Matthew chapter 25, verse 40, Jesus reminds us, "Truly I say to you, inasmuch as you did it to one of the least of these, my brethren, you did it to me." In the same way, allowing yourself to be cared for is a gesture of humility and acceptance. Often pride or fear prevent us from receiving love and care from others. However, opening ourselves up to being cared for is recognizing that we are interdependent beings, and that by accepting the care of others, we are participating in the divine dance of giving and receiving. It is a reminder that we are not alone in our spiritual journey. We are part of a larger web of spiritual and human connections. The promise to love and be loved also involves a commitment to vulnerability. To truly love means opening yourself up completely, with all your faults and imperfections. It means trusting that even in the most difficult storms, love will find a way to prevail. And being loved means allowing others to see your vulnerabilities and still choose to love you completely. As the Gospel of John, chapter 15, verse 12 states, "This is my commandment, that you love one another, as I have loved you." Remember, dear seeker, that this promise of love and care is a continuous cycle. By loving and caring for others, you are actually nurturing your own spirit and strengthening your connection with the divine. And by allowing yourself to be loved and cared for, you are allowing divine grace to flow through others to reach you. This cycle is the essence of spiritual life and the path to true fulfillment. Dear seeker, are you ready to deepen your promise to love and be loved? The 21-day spiritual challenge offers daily exercises that will strengthen your spiritual connection and illuminate your path of love and care. Find out more at the link in the first comment attached. Don't miss this opportunity. 2. The responsibility to share your knowledge and help others is part of the spiritual commitment you have made for this lifetime. During my spiritual journey, I learned that we are all bearers of a unique light, an inner flame that has the potential to illuminate the path of others. When we share our knowledge and offer our help, we are actually allowing this flame to shine more brightly. I remember an occasion when I was asked to guide a group of young people in search of meaning and purpose. By sharing my experiences and teachings, I not only helped them find clarity, but I also felt renewed and inspired by their transformations. This exchange is a two-way street, where both mentor and mentee come out enriched. Scripture reminds us in Proverbs 11:25, "A generous soul will prosper, and he who serves will also be served." This verse underlines the importance of being channels of blessing for others. When we share our knowledge and help others, we are fulfilling a divine role, a mission that transcends our own understanding. I encourage each of you to reflect on your own experiences. Think about the times you have been helped by someone and how it has impacted your life. Now, turn your thoughts to the occasions when you yourself reached out and offered your support. Notice how these actions create a continuous cycle of love and spiritual growth. This is the spiritual contract we have all taken on, to be beacons of light and hope for each other. Helping others doesn't require grand gestures or Herculean sacrifices. Sometimes a simple act of kindness, a word of encouragement, or a moment of attentive listening can make all the difference. These small acts are great in the eyes of the divine because they reflect the essence of our spiritual commitment. I'd like to share a story that marked me deeply. Once on a trip to a poor community, I met a woman who, despite her difficult circumstances, dedicated her time to teaching children to read and write. She told me, "I don't have much, but the little I know, I share with love." This act of generosity and responsibility transformed not only the children's lives, but also her own. She became a living example of how fulfilling our spiritual commitment can bring light and transformation to the world. 3. The contract of following your intuition and trusting your inner voice is essential to fulfilling your mission and achieving spiritual fulfillment. This contract is fundamental to fulfilling your mission and achieving spiritual fulfillment. Imagine intuition as an internal compass, a silent guide that speaks the language of the soul, and when followed, leads you on the path to your highest goal. Intuition is not just a feeling or a hunch. It is the voice of your soul, connected to the divine, which communicates profound truths and precise guidelines for your growth and well-being. When you align yourself with this inner voice, you align yourself with the greater purpose you accepted before you were born. The Bible reminds us in Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11, "For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, says the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an end that you hope for." This passage reinforces to us that there is divine guidance always present, waiting for us to connect with it. It can be challenging, in a world full of noise and distractions, to listen to and trust your intuition. Society often values logic and reason above all else, and this can make you doubt intuitive wisdom. However, it's vital to remember that intuition transcends logical reasoning. It is a form of direct knowledge, an immediate understanding that requires no proof or justification. To cultivate this trust in your inner voice, it's important to create moments of silence and reflection in your daily life. Meditation, prayer, and the practice of mindfulness are powerful tools that can help you tune in to this inner guidance. As Psalm 46 verse 10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." In this space of stillness, you can listen to the wisdom that resides within you. Also, be aware of the signs and synchronicities of the universe. These events are not mere coincidences, but divine touches that confirm that you are on the right path. When you start paying attention and acting on these signs, your confidence in your intuition grows stronger. It's like a muscle that develops with constant use. Also, allow yourself to be vulnerable and trust the process. The spiritual journey is not linear, and there will be moments of doubt and uncertainty. However, it is in these moments that trusting your inner voice becomes even more crucial. Remember the words of Proverbs chapter 3 verses 5 and 6. "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths." Trusting your intuition is an act of self-love and faith in the divine. It is recognizing that you are a spiritual being having a human experience, and that your soul possesses an innate wisdom that is always available to guide you. When you honor this sacred contract, you not only find your way to your mission, but you also experience a deep sense of peace and fulfillment. 4. The acceptance of forgiving and releasing resentments is fundamental to expanding your consciousness and connecting with the divine. The spiritual journey is full of challenges that test our ability to forgive and release resentments. Forgiveness is not just an altruistic action. It is an essential requirement for expanding consciousness and connecting with the divine. Firstly, it is important to understand that forgiveness does not mean forgetting or minimizing the pain caused by someone. Instead, it is an internal healing process that frees us from the emotional weight we carry. When we choose to forgive, we are choosing not to allow the past to control our present and future. As Jesus said in Matthew 18:21-22, "You will forgive up to 70 times 7. This passage teaches us that forgiveness is an ongoing process and necessary for our spiritual well-being. Resentment is like an invisible chain that keeps us tied to painful events and people who have hurt us. Carrying resentments not only affects our inner peace, but also creates energetic blockages that prevent us from connecting with the divine. Imagine your soul as a river that flows freely. Resentments are like stones that interrupt this flow, causing turbulence and stagnation. The practice of forgiveness begins with self-reflection. Ask yourself, what am I holding on to that is preventing me from moving forward? This simple question can bring to light old wounds that need to be healed. This is where compassion comes into play. Be gentle with yourself during this process. Recognize that we are all human and make mistakes. Acceptance of this universal truth is the first step towards releasing resentment. As we move forward in the practice of forgiveness, it is crucial to remember that we are all connected. The law of karma, present in many spiritual traditions, teaches us that what we give to the world, be it love or hate, comes back to us. Therefore, by forgiving, we are not only healing our own wounds, but also contributing to the collective healing of humanity. To facilitate forgiveness, it is useful to adopt spiritual practices such as meditation, prayer, and the use of affirmations. Meditating on forgiveness can help calm the mind and open the heart. An effective practice is to visualize the person you need to forgive and send them love and light. It may seem difficult at first, but over time you will feel emotional and spiritual relief. Prayer is also a powerful tool. Ask the divine to help you forgive and release resentments. Prayer is a form of surrender and trust in the greater power that guides us. As in Mark 11:25, "And when you stand praying, forgive, if you have anything against anyone, so that your Father in heaven may also forgive you your trespasses." 5. The commitment to live with gratitude and appreciation for all of life's experiences is an integral part of the sacred contract you signed before being reborn. Living with gratitude and appreciation is one of the most powerful spiritual practices we can adopt on our earthly journey. Before we incarnated, we made a sacred agreement with the universe, committing ourselves to experiencing life in all its facets, with open hearts and receptive minds. This commitment to gratitude is not just a spiritual formality, but a path to true transformation and evolution of the soul. Gratitude is more than just an emotional reaction. It is a state of being and a daily practice. When we choose to live with gratitude, we change our perception of the world. Instead of focusing on the difficulties and challenges, we begin to perceive the blessings and opportunities hidden in every experience. Paul, in his letter to the Thessalonians, reminds us, "In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you." 1 Thessalonians 5:18. This verse invites us to find gratitude in all circumstances, even the most challenging ones. The practice of gratitude connects us to the present moment. We are often dragged down by worries about the future or regrets about the past, but gratitude anchors us in the now. When we give thanks for what we have and the experiences we've had, we create a space for peace and contentment. This doesn't mean ignoring or denying difficulties, but rather recognizing that every experience, good or bad, has something to teach us and offers an opportunity for growth. Appreciation also plays a crucial role in this sacred contract. Appreciation means recognizing the value and beauty of simple, everyday things. It is an invitation to observe the world with childlike eyes, marveling at the beauty of a flower, the sound of the wind in the leaves, or the smile of a stranger. Every little detail of life has the potential to bring us joy and remind us of the divinity that permeates all creation. When we live with gratitude and appreciation, our energy vibration rises. Science has shown that positive emotions, such as gratitude, can improve our physical and mental health, strengthen our immune system, and increase our emotional resilience. In this way, gratitude is not only a spiritual principle but also a practice that benefits our holistic well-being. What's more, when we express gratitude, we create a ripple effect around us. Our positive energy influences those with whom we interact, creating a more harmonious and loving environment. Jesus' words in Matthew 5:16 echo this truth. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. When we live with gratitude, our inner light shines more brightly, inspiring and uplifting others. 6. The commitment to seek truth, justice, and inner peace. Seeking the truth is an act of courage and humility. Truth is not just a collection of facts, but a lived experience, a deep understanding of reality that transcends the superficial. Jesus said in John chapter 14, verse 6, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." This verse reminds us that truth is a spiritual experience, an inner journey that requires openness and sincerity. When you commit to seeking the truth, you are actually committing to a continuous process of self-examination and spiritual growth. Justice is the external manifestation of truth. It requires you to live according to the principles you recognize as true and just. In Micah chapter 6, verse 8, we read, "And what does the Lord require of you, but to do justice, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God?" Justice is not just a matter of laws or rules, but a commitment to fairness, compassion, and integrity in all your interactions. It is a call to treat all beings with dignity and respect, recognizing the divinity in each one. Inner peace is the ripe fruit of the search for truth and the practice of justice. It is a state of harmony that arises when your mind, heart, and spirit are aligned with divine principles. Paul in Philippians chapter 4, verse 7 teaches us, "And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Inner peace is not the absence of conflict, but the presence of a profound serenity that transcends external circumstances. It is a state of complete trust in divine wisdom and in the greater purpose of life. You accepted this sacred commitment before you were born because you knew it would be fundamental to your spiritual evolution. By seeking the truth, you purify yourself of the deceptions and illusions that obscure your spiritual vision. By practicing justice, you contribute to harmony and balance in the world, becoming a channel of divine will. By cultivating inner peace, you become a beacon of light and love for those around you, inspiring them to also seek their own truth, justice, and peace. Dear seeker, remember that this commitment is not an easy task, but it is deeply rewarding. With every step you take towards truth, justice, and inner peace, you are fulfilling the divine purpose you accepted before coming into this world. And know that, at every moment, the light and love of the universe is always by your side, guiding and supporting you on your journey. May truth illuminate your path, may justice strengthen your actions, and may inner peace be your constant companion. In this way, you will be fully living the sacred contract you have accepted, contributing to the upliftment not only of your own soul, but of the whole of humanity. Always remember your divine purpose and your connection with the universe, remaining faithful to the sacred contracts you have taken on for this life. May light and love always guide your path. Dear Truth Seeker, it is with immense gratitude that I turn to you to talk about the importance of remembering your divine purpose and your intrinsic connection with the universe. As a spiritual mentor, I have accompanied many souls on their journeys, and witnessed the transformation that occurs when one embraces this profound truth. Each of us came into this world with sacred contracts, commitments we made before incarnating. These contracts are not mere impositions, but agreements we have made with ourselves and the universe to evolve spiritually, grow in love and wisdom, and contribute to the greater good. Remembering your divine purpose is fundamental to living a full and meaningful life. Throughout my years of spiritual practice, I have seen many people get lost amidst the distractions and challenges of the material world. However, those who manage to reconnect with their divine purpose find a sense of peace and direction that transcends any difficulty. I remember a time when I myself was lost, questioning my path. It was in a moment of deep meditation that I received a clear vision of my purpose and the sacred contracts I had taken on. This experience brought a clarity that has guided me ever since. To find and remember your divine purpose, it is essential to practice introspection and meditation. Set aside time each day to silence your mind and listen to your inner voice. This voice is the direct connection to your higher self and the universe. As you get used to this practice, you'll notice that answers and insights will begin to emerge naturally. Another way to remind yourself of your purpose is to reflect on the moments when you felt most alive and aligned with your true essence. These moments are valuable clues about your sacred contract. Ask yourself, what makes me feel at peace? At what moments do I feel like I'm contributing to something bigger? What are my innate talents and passions? These reflections will help illuminate the path of your divine purpose. It's also crucial to stay true to the sacred contracts you've made. This means acting with integrity, compassion, and love in all situations. Remember Jesus' words in Matthew chapter 22, verse 39, "You shall love your neighbor as yourself." This is a powerful reminder that love is the basis of all our sacred contracts. I encourage you to share your experiences and insights with other seekers. Sharing experiences strengthens our connection with the universe and reminds us that we are not alone on our journey. Create a circle of spiritual support where you can both teach and learn. This exchange is a vital part of your spiritual growth. Finally, trust in the light and love that guide your path. Even in the most challenging moments, know that you are supported by the universe and the sacred contracts you have taken on. Stand firm in your faith and allow inner wisdom to lead you. May you always remember your divine purpose and your connection with the universe. May light and love always guide your path.